What's up, guys? My name is Phalo Nate. Today we're going to be reacting to Jubilee. Bros rank themselves by intelligence. Bros ranking themselves by IQ. That's said in the thumbnail. So that's going to be the video. Without further ado, let's immediately get started.
My name is Guy. I go to UCLA. I'm in Delta Tau Delta.
My name is Mateo.
So they're frat bros.
I go to UC Santa Barbara. I'm a member of Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity.
My name is Chris. I go to UCLA. I'm in Delta Sigma Phi.
Dude, I'm just going to be honest. Frats are so cringe. It's like, you got all these Greek letters. What do you guys even do? Okay. So you guys are not as serious. Like, you guys aren't like the Freemasons running the fucking world. You guys are just, doing orgies and raping, which is something they actually do, by the way. But I mean, I guess that's what the Freemasons do too, except as a byproduct, they're also running the world. You guys are just drinking, being degenerate, and whatever the fuck. You also pay for a membership too, to do all that shit. So, frats are essentially just like a complete and total LARP. Anyways.
I'm Max. I go to Arizona State University. I'm in Kappa 40.
Hi, my name's Fu. I went to Cal State Fullerton. I was in Pi Kappa Alpha.
I'm Alexis. I'm
graduated.
from UCSB, brother of Gamma Zeta Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
Just going off that, do you guys want to rank each other?
Yeah, we can rank them based off of that. And also based off of their appearance. I mean, we can form a racial, hierarchical ranking. So he's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Or we can do, well, let's just play the video. But that's one type of ranking we could do, the racial ranking. But that's probably not accurate, because what Jubilee likes to do is they like to select individuals that do not reflect the average among their group. They do that deliberately in order to, because that's kind of just, they're a liberal leaning channel. So you have to fill out a form. You already have a profile. You gotta do an interview, but, well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what this channel is about. But yeah, let's see what they say.
Why not?
Nah, I want more information.
Yeah, actually, no, I do agree.
That's crazy.
You're last.
That's not crazy at all.
Yeah.
So let's rank first. Let's do major, and then like your
The best thing you can do to base yourselves, or the best, I guess, question you could ask to get a base ranking would be what you got on the ACT, because the ACT correlates to your IQ. There's a 0.8 correlation coefficient, so that would be a good start. Your job, your ideal job, well, you can want to do something, doesn't mean you're qualified. Major, perhaps, but maybe if you're graduated and you did a hard major, sure. Well, but let's see what they say.
like ideal job.
Also, this is probably an above average IQ group, if we're being honest. Let's see if my mic's on go first. Okay, my mic's on, good. But yeah, this is probably an above average group just because of the selection bias.
In like 10 years.
But let's see.
You go first.
Yeah, so biochemistry major, and ideally what I want to do is get into pharmaceutical research.
Smart. With smart stuff, complicated stuff, a lot of, not abstract thinking, but second to abstract. So there's the more abstract it is, the harder, the more tangible, the less resistance it takes from more people to do that thing. So you're definitely like maybe one standard deviation above average. Shoot.
Right now I'm doing gene splicing with mitochondrial DNA.
Oh, that's number 1 for me.
Yeah, you wanna?
Maybe 2 standard
But I don't
deviations.
understand like half of what you're
I
talking
think
about.
2 standard deviations is 130, right? So he's probably yeah, because 130 is 80th percentile, 66% is in first standard deviations of 33 on each side. She's probably 130.
So I'm an econ major. I have a minor in Spanish.
Okay, you're dumb. No, I'm just kidding.
10 years from now, I'd love to go into arbitration, some sort of like business law.
Yeah, law. You're pretty smart. Memorize a lot of stuff. People like to say memorization has nothing to do with intelligence or your IQ. First of all, shut the fuck up, you fucking retard. These are the same retards that think that go on Instagram and say, why are all math and science students known as smart, but art students aren't? Shut the fuck up, you fucking retard. It's because math and science requires more brain power. If you're good at art, I'm not saying art is a like a dumb thing to do, but it's just a completely different like field. Why are you comparing two things that you have to be artistic to be good at art, and you have to be smart to be good at math? Why are you trying to allocate or redistribute what the definition of intelligence to non-related fields? Like, this kind of coping just needs to be completely abolished, because it's genuinely insufferable every time I hear some bullshit like that.
Political science, and then I have minors in English and film, and I want to be a TV development executive.
I haven't taken any political science, but to my knowledge it's a pretty abstract field. And I also want to mention, this dude just has that phenotype of an extremely smart white guy. Like, I've seen guys like that look like him that are extremely intelligent. So I'm just going to say, based on looks alone, he's probably up there for sure.
I want to do business law. Well, I'm majoring in that now, but definitely want to be a lawyer.
Yeah, right, let's go.
Lawyer? Hey, that's smart. Smart stuff. But let's see how he behaves. Because he wants to be a lawyer. Can he be a lawyer? We don't know.
Connections.
I graduated in business finance, but right now I'm doing real estate. In 10 years from now, I'm going to be a major real estate guru here in California.
You have your
Real estate is it's one of those jobs that maybe it's hard. I don't know the details, but there's not a high barrier to entry. So even if it's hard, dumb people can do hard stuff, right? That's not really a reason to say that this requires intelligence. But who knows, right? He did graduate, so it's proven that he can do this stuff. But yeah, we gotta see more.
startup, right?
You're gonna be making IG reels?
I don't know. Wait, I feel like the fact that he already has like things going for him, like I kind of want to put him up there too. Yeah, I'll put you at like 2.
Well, my startup's this little bounce house where I rent out the famous bounce house castle to like sororities, graduation, weddings, and stuff.
That's so much,
I mean,
man.
that's
Don't knock
still-
yourself
yeah.
down. Yeah.
But I'm a communications major, and then I want to do applied psychology and then minor in education.
Okay, you're low IQ. Based on majors. Based on the barrier to entry to their majors, lowest, second lowest.
And then I want to become a teacher.
Yeah.
I would put you
definitely.
higher. You're trying to go into law, so you
Higher than you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Trying
he
to go
said
into law. Yeah. The
he
other
wanted
guy.
to do law school too, so
Oh, you can go out here.
yeah.
Alright,
Come over here too.
So they're gonna be my lawyer in the future. I hope so.
What kind of law are you two trying to get into?
I want to do corporate law.
That arbitration, so more like for civil cases, like before you go to court and like agree on a number.
You're doing film. Now you see the camera crew here. That's a lot of work. You gotta be smart to do that. You go up there. I can go here.
Shout out.
Who's a little humble? He's about to walk out.
I know,
He's about to walk out like a 150 or something.
Who's trying to set us up for the switcheroo?
I'm just gonna have us
Yeah, he
switch
could
just
be
because
smart.
of all that like expertise
He's
that you
Asian,
have.
you know. He looks like he's East Asian. I think Fu's Vietnamese though. But I'm guessing he is probably 105 IQ. That's a good average.
Film, political science, the third one. Yeah. English, okay.
I kind of want to switch with you just because I feel like I'm kind of still like a freshman. I'd put you like right here, and I'd put myself.
Are
kind of,
we like?
But smartness and IQ are like 2 separate things. Your smartness or like whatever you know is like what you're educated on, but your IQ is your intelligence. It means what like your mind is capable of. So like
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's talking about. People like to conflate the two, but knowledge is completely different from IQ. Usually people with high IQ have a lot of knowledge, have more knowledge, but it's not one-to-one because they're not the same.
how smart you are is how you apply your intelligence. So I don't think necessarily like your major needs to correlate with it. Cause, like,
Fair enough. Like, someone's artistic, but like just because they aren't good at math doesn't mean that they're not smart. And like,
No, if someone is artistic, it means they're good at art. It means they have qualities that point to being good at art. If you're smart or if you're good at math, the qualities that point to being good at math are intelligence, right? And people that are intelligent are generally smart. So, you know, that's I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I think I was just gonna say like I think IQ is like it's a test that allegedly tests like
What the fuck do you mean allegedly? Now, let's see what he has to
your
say.
mental capacity.
For what though? Like,
But for what?
What is this code? What is this code, dude?
And also I think it's like you're talking about like time management and also like work.
Okay, first of all, it's not a test that allegedly tests your mental capacity. It does test your mental capacity. IQ tests are the single best test that predicts your cognitive ability by every single function. Whether the function is, acquiring new information, efficiently processing that information, converting that information into habitual routine, whatever task it is that pertains to cognitive function, IQ is the best, correlates the strongest with it. And like I said, the higher your IQ, the more intelligent and smart and knowledgeable you tend to be. There's no such thing as alleged. It just is. It's the best test that we have.
Mental capacity.
for what though? Like,
For what? And
For everything that pertains to your brain.
also I think it's like you're talking about like time management and also like work ethic. It's like
Yeah, the Mexican dude is smiling. He's about to laugh. I'm about to laugh as well. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
for what though? Like,
but for what? And also I think it's like you're talking about like time management and also
See, he's smiling. He knows that you guys are fucking retarded. Also, time management has nothing to do with IQ. You can have poor time management and have good IQ. Because people like to speak in the sense that intelligence is just this summation of every single quality. No, it's not. There's other counterbalancing forces such as laziness, arrogance, determination that can, make it so that the product of whatever you're doing doesn't or reflects one quality more. So let's say you have poor time management because you're lazy. Well, the reason you're lazy, or the reason why you're not getting shit done isn't because you're dumb, it's because you're lazy. That product of not getting shit done is a reflection of the force of laziness. That doesn't mean you're not smart though. Just think how many people are doom scrolling that they know they shouldn't doom scroll, but they doom scroll anyway, right? That's because they're lazy. Their laziness overwhelms their intelligence. They know better, yet they still scroll.
like work ethic. It's like if you're talking about intelligence, I think somebody who knows how to like manage their time and get stuff done is more intelligent than somebody who has like a higher capacity that doesn't apply.
Yeah, this is like a bunch of fucking coke. This is literally what I was just saying. Why are we using intelligence as a umbrella term, right? And by intelligence, I'm referring to IQ. Someone with higher IQ, aka intelligence quotient, that doesn't mean that these other forces are just reduced to zero. He's thinking that you do things because you don't know any better. That's why you do them. Because your IQ is too low, you don't know any better. When I literally just stated, people that doom scroll, they know better most of the time. Probably 99% of the time they know they shouldn't be doing that, but they still do it anyway because their laziness quality is just so overwhelming. If they were to become smarter, that doesn't decrease their laziness. Why can't people understand this?
IQ test doesn't deal with emotional intelligence.
Okay, why the fuck are we coping with emotional intelligence? I've heard this cope so many fucking times. Every time I hear about a fucking, end up on the news because of how annoying this shit is.
There's also like social intelligence, like
Okay, shut the fuck up.
people were just really good at like reading a room and being like, hey, this is what's going on.
I just find it
Why are we changing the subject? We're talking about intelligence quotient, not emotional quotient or social quotient. What the fuck are we doing? Can we stay on topic? Why is it the case that every time IQ is brought up, people immediately jump to unrelated topics?
interesting how you lower yourself because you're a freshman and he's a senior. I feel like the way you think is, I'm like kind of think like with age comes with like knowledge. Because if you were
Okay, holy fucking coke. Oh my gosh, I'm about to fucking break something. Your IQ is a heritable feature that doesn't increase as you age. It's something it stops increasing after a very young age, and actually, it starts decreasing as you age more. So, like, why are we acting like just because you have more knowledge, it means you have higher efficiency to process knowledge? Those two have literally zero connection.
really think about it, he graduated already.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I graduated. I don't know how I graduated, to be honest.
You put yourself at the end too. You put yourself here.
I don't know why you put yourself back here at the end. You should.
I've never
we
played
should
it.
definitely
One
get
of you
on that
literally
end.
said that IQ is like your ability to apply stuff, and we
Yeah.
discussed.
No one fucking said that ever. They said how smart you are, or how intelligent you are, is your ability to apply stuff. What they mean is, if you're smart, in the sense of they're using it in the sense of an umbrella term, like with all the variables lined up in an equation, then you have a successful life, which means that you properly applied all the things that were handed to you or that you were able to work with. That doesn't have anything to do with intelligence. I don't know what you're on about. You have short-term memory. You're probably low intelligence.
You already are making money off of things that you've applied. You should be.
Just because you're older, just because you've learned more, doesn't mean your IQ is higher.
If not first, second.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna be
And
Yeah.
If not first, second, fourth.
Yeah.
How would you guys define intelligence? Like,
That's a good question.
I think like intelligence is defined as your mind's capability to like process, analyze, and apply information. Not necessarily in like a specific field, but it could be like anything. Like, how do I take in new stuff and how do I utilize that?
That is the exact definition of IQ or intelligence. This guy knows what he's talking about. This guy's based. I like this guy. He's the only one that's not fucking coping. I see you smiling, bro, when these other dudes are trying to cope with their bullshit, politically correct definitions. He understands what's going on.
I think a big thing with like what makes somebody intellectual is the fact that they can admit that they're wrong and listen to when someone has an opinion.
What the fuck are we talking about? What is this? Oh my gosh. Again, dude. Just because... Do you know that arrogant people exist? Some people are arrogant. That is a separate quality from intelligence. Okay? There can be... Are you denying the existence of arrogant, intelligent people? What about non-arrogant, dumb people? Are they smarter than the arrogant, intelligent people? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Why are we changing the subject? Like, I'm getting tired of this just insane amounts of coke.
That differs from their own.
I also think a huge part of IQ is like creativity, like just thinking of like new ideas outside of the box. Like Einstein, you know, he like created all these like different theories that like no one had ever thought about before, and it's like
Well,
doing
there's that whole
completely
like
new
thing.
things.
Was it like Isaac Newton invented calculus, died a virgin?
Yeah, exactly. Just because you're intelligent doesn't mean you're social. In fact, there is a correlation between having high IQ and being like really introverted. So, because of that, none of you guys should ever bring up EQ, emotional quotient, which actually isn't even a real test. It's not measurable. IQ is actually measurable. EQ is not measurable. It's not testable. So never bring that shit up ever fucking again.
Isaac Newton, objectively smarter than myself in every regard. If you're talking about like in like social stuff, there's like a lot of smart people I know that don't know how to like carry a conversation.
Isaac Newton wouldn't
Yeah,
be a
because being smart, and he's using smart in the sense of intelligence and IQ. And by the way, notice how many times you're going to conflate these three words. Smartness, intelligence, and IQ. They conflate them so much, that's why they're not talking about the same thing. But, what was I saying about, yeah, being introverted corresponds, or correlates to being intelligent. There is a pretty good correlation there. So, because of that, never bring up emotional intelligence ever again.
Yeah, no.
No, he wouldn't. No,
No
yeah.
bids guy for sure.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, literally like just an NPC. Probably super smart, but like, yeah, he's not getting a bid.
So, just a few minutes ago, you guys were saying, "Oh, what about emotional intelligence? What does that make Mark Zuckerberg?" You just admitted he's super smart, while accounting for. Are you accounting for the emotional element, or are you choosing to ignore it? Right. So since you're choosing to ignore it, to not keep it in the calculation, then why don't we be fucking consistent?
Do you guys feel like there's like a stigma between like people in fraternity, specifically like, fraternity men, and like intelligence?
Yeah, I feel there is. We're always dumb. We just want to drink and party, don't do anything. But the reality is, we actually put in a lot of work because we have to work hard in order to play hard.
No, the reality is that you guys are dumb, and you guys are drinking all the time. You guys are degenerates. Stereotypes exist for a reason. It's because the collective behavior of fraternities reflects those stereotypes to such a degree that those stereotypes have become characteristics associated with fraternities. That's what a stigma is.
And we just don't party. We waste money for charity. We always do philanthropy for the school.
Frat boys are definitely painted as like this two-dimensional, what is it, like Wolf of Wall Street characters.
Another thing I think like people that aren't in Greek life don't realize is like there's like an academic standard. You know, like everyone has to.
Yeah, that standard is in fucking hell. It's in the bottommost layer of hell. Like, why? First of all, why do you think that standard exists? It's because these frat dudes. Well, first of all, for the viewers watching who are in college, you know what I'm talking about. The average frat guy that you see in school is they get, you can just picture them, right? They're getting blackout drunk on the weekends. They're sleeping around a bunch. When they show up to class, they either don't show up or they're just sleeping on their phone, you know, doing whatever, bare minimum, all this type of stuff, right? They're barely passing. They're loud, they're obnoxious, right? These qualities reflect the stigma.
Has to like succeed in the classroom and get good grades.
And as I was saying, I forgot to finish my point. The reason this academic standard exists is because the academic advisors recognize this. So in order to keep these fraternity bros participating in school in academics, they have to set a standard so they don't just do whatever the fuck they want in their fraternity, right? Because if they were allowed to do that, you think they would give a fuck about their academic status? It would just descend into the pits of Hades. That's why the standard exists in the first place. And the standard is, I don't know, it's probably different depending on the school, but it's probably low as fuck.
In order to be an active member.
Like, okay, you got a 70. Okay, is that 70 standard supposed to prove to me that you're not a total dumbass? Like, what the fuck kind of point is this? This isn't even coherent if you think about it.
At least for me, yeah.
You're a college student. Respectfully, I think that you should be higher.
Being a college student actually doesn't mean anything nowadays. Maybe if you said, you're probably smart because you're in college, that would pass under the test 80 years ago, 50 years ago. when college actually was strictly meant for the prestigious, intelligent, wealthy individuals. But given that literally 90% or something of all high school graduates go to college, what the fuck is that even supposed to indicate? You got 80 IQ meatheads running around in college acting like their education is like getting their degree makes them intelligent. Like I saw a study that said the average IQ of someone that graduates college is like 105. That's 5 points higher than the nation's average. You think that's supposed to even be indicative of intelligence? Like, come on. That doesn't symbolize anything.
Like I think there should be two.
Back in the day, people that graduated from college, they were up in the 140s, man. It was for a select group of people.
I don't know. I just feel like the way that he's quieter, I think, but I think that when he does speak, it's very deliberate and like efficient.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know. I think you're smart. Like smarter than me at least.
I think like a lot of this
Yeah, I agree.
stigma too.
You're a massive coper.
I think it's on us to overcome that.
That's good. Taking accountability. Like I said, just because most frat guys are dumb doesn't mean all of them are dumb. It's a bell curve. And these guys are probably all above average just because they're on Jubilee. And you have to literally submit a form and get interviewed to come on the show. So, there is a selection bias here. These guys are all probably... This group's average is going to be above average. So keep that in mind.
Because I think like historically, it's like you see these like bar stool and whatever. It's every time you see a frat dude doing something dumb, and so I think there's like I do dumb things. I feel like I can also do well in the classroom.
Definitely like portrayal in like movies and stuff too. Like there's a really old movie like called Animal
Animal
House.
House, yes,
Yeah, it was
yes.
just like just a bunch of like juvenile delinquents living in a house together somehow making ends meet. And it's like that's not really the reality of things.
And like the word that they use too, like frat and fraternity. Like in the news, you would never see the full word fraternity. You always see frats do this, frats do that. Frats get a really bad name and stigma to that.
One other question. Who knows more than one language? Alright, I'm gonna need to raise both of you.
That doesn't mean anything. Like you can grow up speaking multiple languages. Like you can grow up being taught different things. That doesn't mean you're smarter or you're higher IQ.
This way.
Yeah, for sure.
I would personally put it out there because
I don't know.
that's like a big like lexicon of knowledge.
I feel like
Well, that doesn't. I know what he's saying. He's saying like being exposed to multiple languages and being able to speak and think in these different languages introduces you to different sets of, I guess, like you said, a lexicon, and perhaps that's going to shape your intelligence. But your intelligence, first of all, like I said, is set in stone genetically. It's not going to shape your intelligence at all. Right. Also, if that were the case, then knowing multiple languages made you smarter, then Mexican Americans would have higher IQ than white Americans. But we know that's not the case.
it's easier when you're raised speaking two languages. I feel like I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I've definitely attempted to learn it.
Yeah, exactly. You're raised just speaking multiple languages.
I've definitely attempted to learn Japanese. I'm not fluent in either, but like the fact that I tried, like I don't know.
Right. Are you what?
The fact that you tried, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Do you want a participation trophy? The fact you tried, you want the proctor to add a +5 to your total score? Like, that doesn't mean anything. Why did you bring that up? You think that makes you more intelligent because you tried? You can be dumb and try shit all the time. Like, you can try dumb shit. Like, why is it that every time IQ is brought up, people just start bringing up a billion things that are completely useless to the actual subject? Like, can we be useful? Can we try to be, like, can our topic of conversation pertain to IQ? Can we not conflate different things?
Watching animes in Japanese stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you should come along.
Alright, well, like,
I mean,
No, stay there at the bottom of the rank. You don't deserve to climb.
Take it that way.
By the way, why the fuck are you climbing
Pass
up?
me.
No,
You're smart.
Okay.
You're also really smart.
Okay.
This is an insane level of code.
Just like from our conversations, I feel like wrong having Chris last. Maybe like right above me. That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, he copes a lot, but phenotype wise, he looks like someone that's smart. He acts like a lot of smart people I know. This kind of humble, sort of concealed niceness, where they say things that are comforting to hear. They reinforce these copes, like emotional intelligence, like hard work, to make people feel better. But deep on the inside, I think he understands. Like Kareem understands. He says it as it is. He's not concealing information. That's why I like Kareem. But this white dude, Chris, he knows more than he lets out.
All right, do you guys want to change anything around?
Final rank.
Let's see. I'd say this is accurate. Yeah, this is pretty much accurate. Actually, I agree with. Despite how much they're copying, I would agree with how they rank each other. I think it's because they intrinsically understand as well that what IQ actually means, or perhaps they just two wrongs made a right. I don't know, but they probably have some innate understanding, and they order themselves in this particular arrangement because of that. But let me guess their IQs actually. You're a dumbass coper. Your IQ's probably 70. No, I'm just kidding. They're going to be an above average group. I'll say he's a 95, 90. 105. He looks East Asian. He acts like an average one that I speak to, so that's where that number comes from. I don't like you at all, but maybe the only reason I have you above the Asian is because you're doing law. So I think you do let on, or you do know more than you let out, but I wouldn't say you're too much above him. Perhaps you guys were similar, like 106. I think he's like a chill dude average, 110. Come on, he looks like someone that has 130 IQ. I'm just gonna be honest, but I feel like the Mexican has like 120, so I feel like you also have around. No, I feel like there has to be someone that's super high IQ though, because that's the point of the video. So maybe they wouldn't post the video if there wasn't like a exceptional individual here. I feel like maybe the white guy might be exceptional. He either has like 140, 150 IQ or like 115, 120. Mexican guy, I'll give him like a 125, 120. He's just like that type of intelligence level. He acts like that intelligence level. He knows what's going on. He says it as it is. You can differentiate similar terms yet still connect them. That's a very good indication of functional IQ. So let's see.
Hey, it's Paulo. Are you enjoying this episode of Ranking? If you are,
Then so many shapes.
I'm confused how some of the things.
It was harder than I thought. Yeah, it was tough.
I was getting busy at the end of so many shapes.
I'm confused how some of the things we saw have any physical application to.
Oh my gosh. Shut the fuck up. How do you not understand this? When you solve these patterns with shapes are the most simple expression of the world, of units in the world. And being able to recognize patterns from the most simple units demonstrates the ability of your brain to connect and formulate patterns regarding different things. So when you can find a pattern and figure out what's going to be next with the most simple units, that applies to real life regarding the same principle. The same principle applies to real life with any other object. The fact you can't recognize this application makes me really want to reorganize and put you at the bottom. But since you're doing law, this is like the lowest I can put you at. And I really want to put you lower. But at the same time, you know, I feel like, I don't know. This is just extremely, this isn't even midwit behavior. This is like borderline retarded behavior. But what I was going to say is at the same time, just because you're right doesn't mean you're high IQ, right? So you can spew out the wrong information but still be high IQ. You just were taught the wrong thing, or you didn't have a chance to figure out the right thing. Whatever. Like, there were really smart people that were wrong in history. It is what it is. Usually smart people are more right, but not necessarily. So I'm just gonna assume, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll say you just haven't looked into what intelligence really is. You're busy on your law homework. I get it. It's fine. I'll move on from
For like
there.
real world, like no, it felt like an episode of the Wiggle Stick. It was bad.
Yeah. It was the Teletubbies. It was like the shapes and stuff. Yeah.
Are you guys ready to know your scores?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, in 6th, with the lowest score was Alexis.
Who would have guessed?
92.
Yeah, what did I say? I said 95, didn't I? Yeah, 92.
In 5th is
Makes
Fu.
sense. Oh, okay. 105, I'm guessing.
107.
Okay, pretty close.
In 4th is Mateo.
Oh, interesting.
110.
There's no way this blue guy is the smartest. If you're the smartest, this IQ test is rigged. Well, I think I said 110 for him, actually. Okay, I said 106 for him. I said 110 for him. Okay, so I got him right, but I wonder what he's at. Can't be too much above
In
110.
3rd is Max.
Okay, he's third.
112.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of that's believable. 112, he's good at school, studies law. Probably has put in some effort. Good amount of effort, perhaps, if you're doing law. But you can't understand some principles of IQ, of, you know, probably more abstract things like, I don't know, philosophy or something. 112 makes sense. You pissed me off though.
In 2nd is Kareem.
Okay.
128.
Oh, okay. I think I said 120, didn't I? Yeah, 128. This is like the best type of person. I like this guy. Smart, understanding, and also realistic.
And in 1st is Chris.
Yeah, I should have known. You gotta look at the phenotype, dude. He's a wasp.
141.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Dude, look at the phenotype. You just know this guy is
So the average score is 100. Did you,
Yeah, like I said, this entire group isn't a reflection of the average. They're going to be above average due to selection bias.
that reflects your intelligence?
I would say no,
Okay, why the fuck are we coping?
because does it calculate in like emotional intelligence or creativity?
Dude! Why the fuck are you bringing up emotional intelligence? Oh my gosh. These people are just fucking insane.
Because the test was pretty quick. It was 35 questions, 45 minutes. I guess a whole bunch just out with crunch on time. I had a minute left with like.
That doesn't actually mean anything. The reason why you were crunching on time is because you have low IQ. Like in terms of relative to like someone with higher IQ. Like, or someone that would not struggle on the test is what I mean. And those people have high IQ. Like, they set a time limit because you can't fucking take 24 hours to work on one question. Right? If you take too long to work on one question or you don't even solve the question, that means you're dumber than someone that's smarter that can solve the question. Is that hard to understand?
8 questions.
Yeah, that's why Like, he's Asian, I would expect him to be smart, but since he's said so much cope, that's why I did put him, like, in the bottom, near the bottom of the rank.
Do you think intelligence immediately translates to success?
Immediately? No, obviously not immediately, but it does translate.
No.
By no means.
Okay, shut the fuck up. This level of cope needs to be fucking purged, because this is why society is so fucked up. It's because of this, like, kind of coping, politically correct sort of thought process that just needs to fucking die. Success, we can say socioeconomic status, has such a strong correlation to intelligence, to your IQ level, so much so that your IQ level predicts your socioeconomic status even more than your parents' socioeconomic status. That's how much it correlates. And like I said, there's various factors. There's arrogance. By various factors, I mean in the equation of success or smartness, like how they were using the term earlier. If you're really arrogant, no, you can't admit you're wrong. Okay, that's going to inhibit your success. If you're lazy, that's another inhibition factor. You know, if you're not determined, all of these things contribute. But intelligence, the factor of IQ, just weighs the most. It correlates really, really strongly. Right?
Yeah, they're by no.
Takes
no
our word.
shot.
Okay, this dude knows, but he's coping. Or maybe he doesn't. He goes to college. All the liberal brainwashing tells you it's socioeconomic status, but that's literally just downstream from IQ.
And luck and opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity. How do you think you can make opportunity? If you're dumb, obviously you can't make opportunity. You can't efficiently, figure out other pathways. Like, why do you think Asians have the highest IQ in America out of any other racial group besides Jews? It's because of their intelligence. Right? Like, is that hard to understand? They make their opportunities for themselves because they're smart.
When you apply for a job, they just care what degree you got, and then
Again, the degree you get is downstream from your intelligence level. Why are we refusing to address the source? If you complete a hard degree, or you just do really good in the classes that pertain to that degree, your employers can see that, and they can say, okay, this guy, he did well in school, and doing well in school correlates to intelligence as well, obviously. He's probably pretty smart, so I'm going to hire him. Is that hard to understand?
how it's going to apply to your job and how hard it's going to work. Like, in business, the most important thing that I see is how you manage to grow.
Sure.
Yeah, because business is like low barrier to entry. All the dumbest faggots are doing a business major. This is no diss to business, but like, this is just how it is. And he says, what does he say?
Each day,
What do you think?
how hard it's going to work. Like, in business, the most important thing that I see is how you manage to grow.
Sure.
How do you think you manage to grow? If you're smarter, you can grow easier.
Each day.
What do you think this kind of experiment says about frat bros?
We're smart fellas.
Shut the fuck up. How do you guys not understand the bell curve? You guys are at the right end of the bell curve. You guys are above average. Obviously, they're joking. And I don't talk like this in real life. I'm just being harsh on purpose for the sake of the video. But, yeah, I mean, you guys like the video? Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you think. See you guys in the next one.